On June 7, 1892, 30-year-old Homer Adolph Plessy was sent to the East Louisiana Railroad by the Committee of Citizens, a group dedicated to repealing and challenging the law. Plessy deliberately sat down in a whites-only train car and identified himself as black. Plessy was only born mostly white. He had African American ancestors, making himself African American in the eyes of law. He was arrested for breaking the Separate Car Act, a law that required blacks and whites to be in separate common carriers. Plessy sued the railroad company, his lawyers saying that the Separate Car Act violated the 13th and 14th Amendments. Plessy lost his case. Later, in 1896, he appealed his case to the Supreme Court. The court, at the time headed by Judge John Howard Ferguson, ruled against Plessy. The official ruling stated that segregation was only allowed if there were separate but equal facilities. African Americans were forced to use separate schools, libraries, parks, and fountains. Most of these facilities were in very poor conditions. These so-called separate but equal structures were indeed segregated, but not equal in any way. The Plessy versus Ferguson case allowed segregation among blacks and whites to become a law throughout the United States. These laws were known as the Jim Crow laws, which were a system of laws meant to discern against African Americans by segregation. The Jim Crow laws were created by a political party called the Redeemers, who were made up of Southern Democrats. The laws were across the United States for decades. Other laws were made to make it more difficult for African Americans to vote.